So today we're talking about change. We're gonna make big changes. We're gonna change the things that you want to change in your life, the things that may be bugging the hell out of you, that you keep doing over and over again, and you're trying to change, but you don't know why you're not changing. This is just driving you crazy. This isn't something that's isolated to weight loss, actually. This can be something that's regarding business, homework, relationships, continually doing the same things over and over again that you don't want to be doing. Step by step, here's how you really change the things you want to change in your life. Step one, wake up. You have to be awake. You have to be aware. So cultivating awareness in your life, mindfulness. This is something that is such a struggle in this day and age with things like Snapchat and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Netflix, Kindles, the endless stream of information that we get to have our hands on all the time. So when we're not awake and we don't take a break from these beautiful, useful tools that I love, but you have to take a break from them to wake up and to get in touch with what's really bugging you. These things are great, but they can also be an avoidance tool. So you can use these tools as a way to avoid the problems that are making you uncomfortable. A lot of people walk around with a feeling of overall anxiety because they don't even realize that something is bothering them. There's like a low-grade anxiety / depression / dissatisfaction with something, and then it's like, instead of dealing with what is it that's bothering me, screw it, I'll just Netflix and chill. So cultivate some awareness. You can do this by meditating every day. Spending at least 30 minutes a day without any electronic device is a great way to cultivate some awareness. Also, really important way to cultivate awareness that I find useful is journaling. So every day for about 10 minutes before bed or when you wake up, write down whatever you want to write down. Things that might be bothering you, things that aren't bothering you, things that are working, things that aren't working, things you'd like to change maybe, things that you'd like to have in the future. Step number 2, you have to get a juicy goal. A juicy goal that moves you, that gets you excited. If you have a big list of goals in your mind or on paper that you look at them and they don't get you really excited, they might not be the right goals for you. A surprising number of people basically write down goals that sound good, that sound good to other people. Like, I want to run a marathon. I want to, make $1 million. Like, these are common goals, but a lot of the times when people write down these kind of like stock goals, they're not moved by them. So make sure that it really speaks to you, that whatever goals you have really move you. And then step number 3 is you have to figure out your why. Why do you want this goal? Why is it important that you achieve this goal? What would happen if you didn't get this goal? This is the part that a lot of people don't do. If you want to lose 100 pounds, why? Why do you want to lose 100 pounds? You have to have a really strong why. If you don't have a strong enough why, then your subconscious mind isn't going to give a damn that you want to lose 100 pounds. It's going to be like, peace, I'm going to go to the fridge and snack on this Hot Pocket or whatever. Get your whys, get them in order, make them really powerful, really strong. Step number 4 is one bite at a time. When we're talking about health and fitness, I'm talking one habit per every 2 weeks, maybe 2 habits per every 2 weeks. But you can't do more than 2 habits per every 2 weeks because it's just too much. It's just way too much. There's this long list of things that fitness people expect everybody to do, especially beginners. Like, we're so excited. I remember being a trainer when I first started and giving a long ass list to my clients, being like, okay, you gotta drink more water. You gotta walk every day for 30 minutes.
You gotta come and do your cardio at night or on the weekends. You've gotta cut down your starchy carbs. You've got to eat lean protein at every meal. You've got to eat at least 5 servings of vegetables. You have to have some fresh juice every once in a while.
And it just went on and on and on. And this is somebody who, they haven't really worked out ever. And what that boils down to really is habit building. So biting one bite at a time, or habit building, same kind of thing. A really great app for building habits is Way of Life, not sponsored. Really simple, very basic, but very powerful. So every time that you do a habit, you put a little check mark by it. And these check marks are like a very good positive feedback for your brain. And every night, you actually have to make the habit of checking your habit list, but every night check off any habits that you've built on any habits that you've done, any habits that you didn't do. And this is a really powerful way to keep the chain going. There's like a chain that happens, and you want to keep that chain going and not break the chain. That's also called the Seinfeld method of habit building. The importance of this cannot be stated enough. You have to be confident that you can do something. If you're not confident in yourself that you're able to take on a certain list of tasks, you're already failing from go. You have to be confident that you can do something. So how confident are you that you can, let's say, drink 8 glasses of water every day and take a multivitamin, which is what I would say is a great habit to start doing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you? You're probably at like a 10, right? You can drink 8 glasses of water every day and take a multivitamin. So you would do that for like 2 weeks and build that habit up. That habit muscle is going to be so strong by the end of 2 weeks, you'll feel uncomfortable if you don't do it. Then on the 3rd week, I would say, okay, now, how confident are you that you can, with 1 meal, eat 1 serving of vegetables for 2 weeks? With 1 meal. It doesn't have to be all your meals. Take 1 meal and have 1 serving of vegetable with that meal. How confident are you that you can do that now? Probably a 10, right? But if I give you this long list of new habits that you have to adopt today and do them forever, how confident are you that you're going to be able to do that? 0. So this is what change is about. If you want to change something really important that really means a lot to you, it's not a sprint, it's a long, low, and slow kind of thing. It's not a sprint. You can't change overnight, but you can certainly make some huge progress. So if you adopt, let's say, 2 habits a month, by the end of the year, your whole diet will have changed. You'll be eating a whole different diet. You'll have all these new habits. And that's kind of how everybody who's in the fitness industry that you're looking at on YouTube, in magazines, we've all kind of came to it through these little habits on accident. I didn't wake up like a robot one day and say cyborg Brenda, I'm going to adopt all these new habits, and then just automatically know exactly what I need to eat and measure out my food. And this has all just been like a slow plodding progression. And even today, I still adopt new habits constantly. All right, guys, so to sum it up, here is your homework. Here's what you're going to do to change that thing that's been bugging you. You're going to set aside some time to get quiet and give yourself the time and the gift of presence for 10 minutes every day. Then you're gonna set your big, juicy goal. You're gonna also follow that up with a why statement, or multiple why statements, or even a bullet list of whys. Why do you want this? And also, what will happen if you don't achieve this? What bad will happen if you don't achieve this goal? Then you're gonna tackle 1 small habit at a time in 2-week increments or 3-week increments, whatever it takes, and realize that it's not a linear thing. You're going to do the habit sometimes, and sometimes you might deviate, but the idea is to get the habit done more days during the week than you don't get it. So at first, if you only do your habit 4 days out of the week, that's okay. You mark that down. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of this. This is the stuff that I've learned over the years from people like Anthony Robbins, David Allen, Napoleon Hill, Mark Victor Hansen, all the greats. I'm sure I'm leaving Wayne Dyer, so many people that I'm leaving out. But these are all just things that have really helped shape my habit kind of thing. This is like the safety net of life. If you have this down, everything else is just so much easier. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.